Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Alright y'all, welcome back to my channel. And today, my special guest, Foodie Booty, Chantal, is here to have a discussion with me. We're gonna talk a little bit about her most recent video. Yeah, well, just as a reminder, I am so high above you. I'm like on the highest tier when it comes to YouTube content. Like, my content is so great. Yeah, you mentioned that one of the reasons that my content isn't good is because, like, I use your name, Amber Lynn's name, to get views, and that I'm just negative, and that's all I do is use other people's names for views. Is that right? Yeah, you're awful. You're the worst. You say all these mean things about me. None of it helpful, none of it constructive. You're the worst. Oh, wow. Well, Foodie Booty, I'm just so confused because you've said some pretty terrible things about people and used other people's names before in videos. What? No, I haven't. Need I remind you of Simon?
Number one, if you're going to expose anyone for being fat, maybe start with your face. Like, were you stung by a wasp nest recently? You should get that checked. Number two, I know you want me, Simon. I know you have an obsession with bigger girls, but you can't have me. I don't fuck with men whose noses are larger than their dicks, okay? Number one, I have a thick ass, and without the proper equipment, it's just not happening.
Need I remind you of Amber Lynn?
You are the biggest hypocrite. You know who you are. You are the biggest hypocrite. You are one of the biggest liars on YouTube, and you are calling me a liar. Even if I did, let's just say I did lie, okay? For whatever reason. You lied. Oh, the sun is in my face. You lied about somebody sexually assaulting you. And apparently that was, I've seen the videos that was like debunked by the person, and you put their life in jeopardy, you put their reputation in jeopardy. That is a serious accusation. And if I had lied, it was about giving somebody a burger.
Need I remind you of Julie Terryberry when you used her video just to try to get sympathy for yourself?
This girl, this Canadian autistic girl, her name was Julie Terryberry. She has over 200 pages worth on this forum of pure making fun of her, basically. And a viewer notified me of that, said that place is disgusting. Look up this girl, she killed herself because of the online bullying.
Or how about that time that you came for me?
Yeah, I filed copyright on this YouTuber today because, you know what, I've had enough. And you know what, I warned you a long time ago that I was that kind of person, and I was coming for you with that,
And now you want to make a video about Eugenia Cooney? Like, girl, who's using whose names for views? All right, Eugenia Cooney has lots of viewers, and let's not try to act like you ain't trying to get in on some of those views, okay, girl? Okay, all right, so before I get started, this is not going to be your traditional reaction video from me. I am going to include some clips from her video talking about Eugenia Cooney, because the reality is we don't need to watch the whole thing. Eugenia Cooney was mentioned for maybe 5 minutes of this whole video that was 16 minutes long in general. So, girl, why are you trying to act like you ain't using Eugenia Cooney's name for views when it was literally this much of your 16-minute long video of you rambling about other boring nonsense? Now, our girl, Chantal, did release a statement in regards to why she disabled comments on the Eugenia Cooney video. So, I'm gonna read that for you just so you know before I start reacting, giving my thoughts and opinions on what she said about Eugenia, to give you some context. This is what she had to say. This shows how little people understand and have tolerance for food addiction and obesity as actual eating disorders. Anorexia, bulimia, obesity, food addiction are all eating disorders. I disabled comments on my most recent video because people are so quick to judge and cause drama for nothing. YouTube is such a toxic environment where people cannot talk respectively about a subject without a lynch mob. I won't be a part of that BS. I'm not using Eugenia's name for views. I didn't tag her in my video tags. I have an eating disorder and so does she. I was only sharing my perspective and I'm sick of the drama and abuse. So if you are here just to spread lies and drama, you will be blocked. And no, what I did is not like people like Zachary. His entire channel is based on gaining views at the expense of others. This is one video, you've made several videos about other people. This is one video and it's relevant to a theme on my channel and I was not disrespectful or judgmental about her. Not surprised though, I expected this reaction. Now, Chantal's gonna take a little break over here because here's the gig. If you acknowledge that YouTube is a toxic environment, which you said in that statement, and you acknowledge that you have an eating disorder, what parts of those things say, yes, I should keep doing these things together simultaneously while I'm struggling with my eating disorder? I'm not here to deny that you have an eating disorder. I'm not here to deny that YouTube is a toxic place. I'm just saying, like, if you can cognitively put those two things together, you're doing something wrong if you're still here, right? The other thing is, stop using the phrase lunch mob, girl. That phrase has way more history to it than anything that you're going through right now and is not accurate about your experience currently. And finally, even if you're being respectful of Eugenia, you are only, and that is maybe subjective, but you are only utilizing her name for views here. You have 5 minutes of a video, a 16-minute long video, where you try to claim that you are just like her and you have the same experiences. Spoiler alert, just because you face one form of oppression, that doesn't mean you understand or know the problems that other people are going through, right? Like, you don't necessarily know what it means to be anorexic just because you yourself have a binge eating disorder. Those are two very opposite ends of the spectrum, and the fact that you're trying to equate those for views, I think is disrespectful to Eugenia Cooney. That's just all I'm gonna say about that. So I do want to get into a few things about the video. So how I'm gonna do this time is show you a clip and then give you a little of my opinions and thoughts about it.
I think though my bit with unhealthy mukbangs is over. I don't know if I would even consider a lot of my videos mukbangs. I mean, even though I'm obese, I do eat on a daily basis, and I don't see anything wrong with eating my dinner on camera with you guys.
So in this first thing, I just want to say, girl, we all know you are not gonna stop doing unhealthy mukbangs. Yeah, right, like maybe you'll stop doing them on camera, but we know you're gonna do them off camera. And so I just want to be clear that, like, on Tuesday or whenever you post a video again, I won't be surprised that the queen of inconsistency is sitting in an Arby's drive-thru chowing down. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I know it looked terrible. I got right into my PJs. This is my favorite PJ shirt. It's so comfortable.
You also, like, have this point about this PJ shirt that is your favorite. You ramble on about it for longer than is needed, and I honestly didn't even notice that you wear it so often. But if you go back and look at, like, all of your rant videos that you've done in the past, like, 2 to 3 months, it's literally all you wear. And I'm kind of regretting making my little puppet pal here with a pink blazer, because you wore that for one video, but you wear that pink pajama shirt in every single one, and I'm kind of starting to worry about it, like the black pants that Amber Lynn is always wearing. I don't understand, if this is your job, why you're admitting that the most effort you put into it is getting out of bed in your PJs and filming.
I don't know how I fell down the YouTube rabbit hole the other night. I couldn't sleep. And I was watching a lot of Lush videos, and I don't know how I got to watching Eugenia Cooney.
So I have a lot of questions about how you supposedly just got to Eugenia Cooney in a black hole of YouTube, and how you just stumbled upon it. Like, you try to set up this picture that you were just casually, you know, browsing YouTube and you found Eugenia Cooney. like you didn't necessarily have these intentions of using her as a clickbait and view catching in your videos. So I'm not buying this like, oh, I was just looking at videos about Lush and I ended up on Eugenia Cooney. Girl, I have a feeling you knew about her before you started clicking around on those Lush videos, and you knew exactly what you're getting into.
And this is not a video to bash Eugenia Cooney. I don't think anybody really bashes Eugenia Cooney. I mean, I'm sure she gets some hate, but I noticed her videos just have a lot of dislikes. Like, you know, I thought Amber Lynn's videos were bad, but Eugenia has maybe like 25,000 dislikes and maybe 5,000 likes on her videos.
I just want to point out you're bringing up Amber Lynn Reid again, so you said you were never going to talk about her again, but it feels like you find a way to talk about her in every video you got. Okay, all right, girl.
And I realize that it's because her audience is really concerned about her. You know, she's in complete denial of her eating disorder, her attitude towards it. You know, people think that she's very discreet about it, so we don't really know if I mean, she's obviously not handling it, because she should definitely be at her weight in some kind of treatment center. And, you know, that's just my opinion, but people are allowed to do whatever they want to do. But whenever you're putting your life public and people who are concerned for you can clearly see that you're harming yourself, have a right to be concerned and have a right to try to push you to get help. Now, you can't get help unless you really want to, but I'm thinking that I'm at the complete opposite spectrum of Eugenia, where people don't seem to make as much of a fuss, but people do make a fuss, and a lot of the time I would see it as hate.
So you talk a lot about how Eugenia is obviously not handling her eating disorder and how she should do something about it, and that folks have the right to push her to do better or try better. But honestly, girl, that is like what all of your subscribers try to tell you. Like, people in your, maybe not all of your subscribers, but a lot of people comment and push you and say, I think you could be doing this better. I think you need to be consistent. I think you need to do that. And honestly, mostly all of my videos have been the same. I don't ever say anything rude about you personally. I just say that you're inconsistent, and if you want to be serious about weight loss, you have to do more. You are not doing any more or really trying to accomplish getting healthier, just in the way that you say that Eugenia is not. All I've been doing is giving you suggestions, girl. So I don't know what your beef is with me, other than I am being challenging and I am pushing you, and I do think you could do better, and you're just choosing not to.
I remember seeing her videos from a few years ago, and they were, you know, she was very thin, but not as thin as now. And every time I watch her, I'm just like legitimately very concerned. So I do hope she gets the help that she needs, because it's very dangerous. And
okay, so here we have her acknowledging that she's watched Eugenia's videos from a few years ago. So like, girl, why are you trying to sell us on this story that you just stumbled upon Eugenia and you had no idea who she is? Girl, you are clickbaiting. You want those views from Eugenia because, just like you say about me, you can't seem to have any content that's good without gorging your face with food that's unhealthy for you, or starting drama with other channels, or using other people's names to benefit your channel. Okay, girl? So let's just be honest about that. If you want to come for me and say that I would be nowhere and I have the personality of prison bread without using your name, ma'am, please reevaluate your life. Take a look in the mirror, right? I'm not saying it's bad. I obviously benefit from this. But girl, take a look in the mirror, really do some deep self-reflection, and think a little bit about what you're saying here.
So that's my reasoning. That's, you know, I'm not going to be eating unhealthily on camera anymore. Doesn't mean, I mean, I'm still Foodie Beauty, and it doesn't mean that I can't do meals. I mean, you know, share healthy recipes and just eat dinner time with you guys once in a while and do stories or whatever. You know, so that I will still do once in a while.
So, and then again, we have Chantal saying that she's not going to eat unhealthy on camera. And I want to emphasize here that she made a point to say on camera. I have no doubt in my mind that homegirl is gonna be in the McDonald's drive-thru twice in one visit. I have no doubt that she's gonna be eating Arby's in her car. And I wish I could say otherwise, but Chantal has a track record where she's clearly not committed to making a consistent change. Everything about her is inconsistent, and I would love to say that I have faith in Chantal that she is on a weight loss journey, which is the reason I remind you that I started watching her to begin with. If you watch the first video I ever made about her, it was really that I thought Amber Lynn was trying to take ideas from Chantal because Chantal was being successful. Turns out, I didn't realize that Chantal was more like Amber Lynn than I realized, okay? Let's just be clear, I want her to be successful. I just have zero faith at this point that our girl Chantal will be able to do any of that. So the rest of the video isn't even about Eugenia. So girl, let's just be clear that you are clearly utilizing Eugenia for views. Like, you stopped talking about Eugenia at like 9 minutes in, and I think you started like a few minutes into it. After that, you just ramble on about stuff that nobody cares about. So how are you going to say when you stop all communication about her after 9 minutes of the video, of a 16-minute video, that you aren't using her name for views? Even if you think you're being respectful of her, which I'll let you decide if you think you're being respectful or not, but even if you're being respectful, that doesn't mean that you're not using her name for views. You want people to feel sympathy for you because you realize that people feel sympathy for Eugenia, and you don't feel like that's reciprocated for you. And so you're trying to make connections between somebody who's really nothing like you, who at most is only like you because they fall in the same spectrum of mental health disorders, right? But her experience is one that is vastly different than yours, and I do think it is 100% disrespectful for you to try to draw connections just to bring people to your channel. I know this video is a little bit different than what I normally film or do, so I hope you all enjoyed it. I am trying to be a little bit more creative with videos about Chantal, as promised to my girl Chantal. So if you did like it, please let me know. If you didn't like it, I'm open to criticism as well, because I don't view criticism as hate. It's just a thing that I want to be better on my channel. So please let me know down below what you liked or didn't like about the video. As always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification so you'll get a notification every time I upload or go live on my channel. Make sure to leave some comments and hit the like button or dislike button if you really feel so moved. And follow me on all of my social media down below. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. I know I did, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!